An aging parent starts forgetting names. A once vibrant grandparent struggles to climb the stairs. And little by little, independence begins to fade. Suddenly, the family gathers. The air is heavy, and that one word creeps into the conversation like a shadow. It sits in silence, unspoken but looming. And deep down, something doesn't feel right. You picture it, the fluorescent lights, the long, sterile hallways, the smell of disinfectant and routine, the loss of privacy, spontaneity, and identity. And for many seniors, that phrase, nursing home, feels less like support, and more like a farewell to freedom, to dignity, to everything they spent a lifetime building. But what if there was another way? What if getting older didn't mean giving up control, but redefining it? What if aging wasn't the beginning of decline, but the beginning of a new chapter filled with choice, comfort, community, and courage? In today's video, we'll explore 10 powerful and inspiring alternatives to nursing homes. Solutions that protect not just health and safety, but the spirit, the soul, and the humanity of the people we love most. Whether you're making this decision for your parent, your partner, your grandparent, or even preparing for your own future, this video will open your eyes to what's possible. This isn't just about care. It's about living, fully, freely, and with dignity. So take a deep breath. You're not alone. Let's explore the path forward, together. 1. Aging in place with home modifications. For millions of seniors, aging in place isn't just a preference. It's a deep emotional longing. It's waking up to familiar walls. It's sipping morning tea in the same kitchen where they once packed school lunches. It's falling asleep to the comforting silence of their own space, their own memories, their own story. And today, with the right planning and a little help, it's more possible than ever. Thanks to modern technology, aging at home can be safe, sustainable, and surprisingly sophisticated. Imagine this. Grab bars in the bathroom, not just cold steel, but beautifully integrated safety. Ramps replacing stairs, making every entrance accessible. Wider doorways for walkers or wheelchairs, automatic lights that guide the way at night. Non-slip flooring, lower kitchen counters, voice-activated assistants that control lights, locks, and even call for help. These aren't just upgrades. They're acts of respect, tools that say, you still belong here. You still matter. Add in a few essentials. A medical alert system in case of emergencies. Weekly visits from a nurse or physical therapist. Meal deliveries or even check-ins from a nearby relative or neighbor. And suddenly, a house that once seemed too dangerous becomes a sanctuary again. Lightbulb pro tip. Did you know that many local governments and nonprofits offer grants, tax incentives, or low-interest loans to help make homes senior safe? Some even provide free assessments by occupational therapists to recommend the exact modifications needed. Because aging in place isn't just about staying at home. It's about staying in control. It's about honoring the life someone has built, without uprooting it when they need security the most. And for countless families, it's the difference between a heartbreaking goodbye and a beautiful continuation. 2. In-home care services help without the disruption. There comes a time when living at home starts to feel like a balancing act. The stairs feel steeper. The morning routine takes longer. Even simple tasks like cooking or bathing start to feel overwhelming. But does that mean it's time to leave home? Not necessarily. This is where in-home care services step in, not as an intrusion, but as a gentle, reassuring presence. Imagine this. A warm, familiar face arrives each day, not in a uniform that feels clinical, but in the spirit of support, dignity, and care. They assist with what's needed and quietly step back when it's not. These caregivers are trained professionals, but often feel more like trusted companions. They help with bathing and dressing with care and sensitivity, preparing warm, nutritious meals tailored to health needs, gentle reminders to take medications on time, light cleaning to keep the environment safe and pleasant, and most importantly, companionship, conversation, and human connection. It's not about taking over someone's life. It's about supporting their independence, enhancing it, and creating a safer, more comfortable environment, without tearing down routines or robbing them of privacy. Some families choose a few hours a week, just enough to cover morning routines or evening meals. Others scale up to full 24/7 care, including overnight supervision and medical monitoring. The flexibility is the beauty of it. You can adjust care as needs evolve, without drastic changes or difficult relocations. Lightbulb real-life thought. For many seniors, simply knowing that someone is just a room away, ready to lend a hand if needed, brings tremendous peace of mind. It's not just practical, it's profoundly emotional. Because in-home care is not just about doing tasks. It's about preserving the essence of home, while offering just enough help to stay safe, comfortable, and respected. For those who don't want to surrender their space, but simply need a little help along the way, this option feels less like a service, and more like a lifeline. Absolutely. Here's an enhanced, emotionally resonant, and more engaging version of Point 3. Independent living communities with expanded detail to match the cinematic tone of the previous points. 3. Independent living communities, freedom with flair. Let's be honest, aging doesn't mean the end of adventure. It doesn't mean giving up hobbies, friendships, or the joy of trying something new. And for seniors who are healthy, active, and independent, there's a place that lets them live exactly that way. Welcome to independent living communities, where retirement doesn't mean slowing down. It means leveling up. Forget what you thought senior living looked like. This is vibrant, stylish, and full of life. Imagine this. You wake up in your private apartment or cozy cottage, sunlight pouring in through large windows. No yard work to worry about. No leaky faucets to fix. Just your favorite mug of coffee waiting, and the entire day ahead of you. Step outside and you're greeted with choices. A morning yoga class in the on-site fitness center. A freshly made breakfast in the community cafe. A group trip to a local museum or vineyard. An afternoon book club, art class, or jazz concert in the courtyard. Want to spend the day relaxing instead? No problem. With housekeeping handled, meals prepared, and transportation provided, you have the freedom to focus on what truly matters, enjoying life. And the best part? You're never alone, unless you want to be. Independent living communities foster a natural, built-in sense of belonging. Neighbors become friends. Strangers become dinner companions. And loneliness, the silent epidemic among seniors, starts to melt away. Lightbulb, did you know? Many of these communities offer amenities that rival luxury resorts. Think heated pools, movie theaters, salons, even pet-friendly walking trails. This isn't about care. It's about lifestyle, one that's low maintenance, full of connection, and rich in experiences. For seniors who are still writing their story, just with a little more leisure and a lot more laughter. Independent living communities aren't a compromise. They're an upgrade. 4. Assisted living facilities. Assisted living isn't a nursing home. Let's be clear. These facilities are designed to provide just the right level of assistance, without the clinical feel. Residents maintain their own private space but receive help with tasks like dressing, medication management, transportation. It's a hybrid model, balancing independence with a supportive safety net. Many also offer group dining, enrichment classes, and wellness programs, so seniors stay engaged and empowered. Perfect for seniors who need daily help but still want to live on their own terms. 5. Co-housing or shared housing. Here's an idea that's making a comeback, with a modern twist. Co-housing involves multiple seniors, or even intergenerational groups, living together in a shared space, like a large house, each person with a private bedroom or suite, and shared kitchen and living spaces. Think of it as the Golden Girls, but with health checks and better Wi-Fi. It's affordable, it's social, and it fights the #1 threat to senior health, loneliness. In fact, studies show seniors in co-housing arrangements experience lower rates of depression and live longer, happier lives. Lightbulb bonus. Some families even convert a large home so a parent can live with adult children, yet maintain their own private entrance and space. 6. Adult day care centers. Not every senior needs full-time care. Some just need a place to go during the day. Adult day care centers provide structured programs, usually Monday through Friday, offering social interaction, meals and snacks, activities like music, art, games, and light exercise, basic medical services. Seniors stay mentally and physically active, while caregivers, like spouses or adult children, get a much-needed break during work hours. It's a win-win: support for the senior, relief for the caregiver. 7. Family caregiving with paid support. Sometimes, the best caregivers are already in the family. But let's be honest, caregiving is exhausting. The solution? A hybrid model. A family member becomes the primary caregiver, but with help from paid professionals. A part-time nurse, a weekly housekeeper, a visiting physical therapist, a meal delivery service. This model preserves the emotional bond of family care without overwhelming the caregiver. And in some countries or US states, family caregivers can even be paid through Medicaid or state programs. Because caring for family should never mean sacrificing your own health and future. 8. Senior villages and community care networks. Imagine a neighborhood where seniors support one another. That's the idea behind senior villages, a grassroots, member-driven model. Seniors living in the same area form a network and pay a small fee to access services like rides to the doctor, help with grocery shopping, tech assistance, home repairs, social events. It's neighbors helping neighbors, with a professional backbone coordinating the care. This option is ideal for older adults who still live in their own homes but crave connection and community. Lightbulb villages like this already exist in hundreds of cities worldwide. Check if one is near you, or help start one. 9. Continuing Care Retirement Communities, CCRCs. These are like the Swiss Army knife of elder care. A CCRC offers multiple levels of care on one campus. Independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing care. You move in while you're healthy and independent, and as your needs grow, you shift to higher care levels without moving far. It's a one-time move that ensures long-term stability, access to care, and peace of mind for both seniors and their families. It's perfect for those who value predictability, community, and a plan for the future. Lightbulb, keep in mind, CCRCs often require a significant upfront investment. 10. Hospice at home for end-of-life care. Let's not avoid the reality: some care decisions are made near the end of life. But even then, there is dignity to be found, and choices to be honored. Hospice at home allows terminally ill seniors to remain in familiar surroundings, with family by their side, while receiving pain management, emotional and spiritual support, medical visits and nursing care, bereavement support for families. It's about quality, not quantity. It's about being surrounded by love, not fluorescent lights. It's about passing on your own terms, because the final chapter deserves just as much grace and care as every other. Final thoughts. Let's face it, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Every senior is different. Every family is unique. I need to change. Circumstances evolve. But what remains constant is the desire for dignity, the right to choose, the need for connection, autonomy, and purpose. Nursing homes may have their place, but they are not the only path. And today, you've just discovered 10 better ones. So if you're standing at the crossroads, wondering what comes next, take heart. There are more options than you've been told, more support than you might realize, and more life to be lived on your terms or your loved one's terms. Don't wait until a crisis forces your hand. Start the conversation now. Ask the hard questions. And above all, listen. Truly listen to the senior in your life. Because the best decisions don't come from fear. They come from love. If this video helped you see new possibilities, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this guidance. Have you found a better alternative to a nursing home in your own life? Tell us in the comments. We read everyone. Together, we can build a world where aging doesn't mean disappearing. It means evolving. With grace, with support, and with choice. Thank you for watching.